Hello viewers, welcome to my channel Pharmacypedia. In this session, we are going to discuss about a very interesting topic that is about the quality management system. The topic is taken from the B.PHARM subject Industrial Pharmacy 2 7th semester. The topic is taken from the unit 4 that is about the quality management systems and certifications. So first, let us try to understand what is being meant by quality management system. Quality management system is an overall term provided to the documentation part, procedure part, different procedures, different responsibilities, which are aimed at providing in achieving the quality policies and objectives. You must have seen every organization having a vision and a mission. Now, vision is the broad term perspective which an organization wants to place themselves after 5 years or 10 years or 20 years down the line. So, where they do want to achieve, that becomes the vision. So, to achieve the vision, you have to break down that journey into number of processes or the sub steps or the sub processes, and they become your mission part. So, you are aimed to achieve the vision by dividing it into subsequent processes, subsequent parts. They become the mission part. So every organization aims to achieve the vision and mission part. For achieving the vision and the mission part for any organization, they need to have a solid and concrete management system. Now, what will this management system do? This management system will actually focus down and set up the documentation part that establish various systems, various procedures, various responsibilities at the different levels of the organization, and it will actually help in coordinating and directing the organization activities. Now, where these activities are directed, there are two main things every organization wants to meet. The first is the customer expectations, customers requirement, and second is to improve its efficacy, improve its effectiveness and efficiency. So in a broad term, you can say any management system which is aimed at achieving and elevating the quality to meet the customer expectations, to increase the level of effectiveness and efficiency for an organization, is known as management system. Now, to achieve these management system, a lot many processes have to be affected. The ultimate aim of whom will be directed to plan the activities, to implement the activities, to check the activities, and to act as per the planned plan. So these are the main components of any quality management system. In previous time, what happens was that companies were developed, but there was no vision, no missions, and every department was working in separate ways. So what happened is that the overall output of the companies were not growing as compared to the Western companies. So Indian companies sooner or later realized that some sort of the management system is very much essential to form the backbone which will actually help in growing the companies, which will actually help in setting up the system, in setting up of the responsibilities, in setting up of the different processes, and the further development of the documentation, which will enhance in achieving the goals of the objectives. For this purpose, every organization aims to satisfy their customers, aims to work to improve their efficiencies, to work upon their weak areas, and that doing these activities cannot be in a one go. For that, you need to undertake several processes. You should be ready to challenge. You should be ready to take the challenge as well as to work on your weakness areas. So this is the overall system which, once developed in an organization, will help the organization in achieving its vision and mission. So as I told in the previous slide, to achieve the goal of the company, the work task, the various functions have to be bifurcated. They need to be classified. So they need to be planned out. So overall, in three steps, you can say management system is being divided. First is the quality planning part. For anything, planning is very important. Planning comprises before the implementation of the actual process. So it simply requires that you should do the right things, you should take the right decisions. After quality planning, you need to execute that planned part, you need to work on the quality assurance part. So this is actually during the implementation part. And third part, very important, is the quality control part. This stage actually arrives after the implementation of the part, and it actually means that done the right things the right way. So you can simply say, for developing the quality management system, all the processes, all the functions, all the decisions, all the activities being performed by the manufacturer, by any organization, have to be bifurcated into three stages. First is the excellent planning part, second is the quality assurance part, and third is the quality control part. So when we talk about the continuous improvement of the quality management system is required. And every organization, when they performs activity, they try to give up their 100%. But what happens is that different departments are working at different levels, and if there is a lack of some sort of the coordination, may results in the delay of, or any of the drawback, or any of which may affects the which may actually affects the company image and customer expectations. Because the ultimate objective of any organization is to earn the money, is to have the that can only be accomplished by reaching the goals and by satisfying the customer requirement. If the customer is not satisfied, if the customer expectations are not met out, that will actually affects the business of the company, which will in turn affects the company image. So if the organization has to build up a excellent image, each and every department should be motivated enough, each and every department should have the well coordination among themselves. Each and every department activities have to be divided, responsibilities have to be shared, ownership have to be taken, then only it will ultimately be able to achieve the desired goal and satisfy the customer needs. For this process to achieve in a perfect way, you need to work on your weakness area, you need to highlight, you need to take up the challenge. So it actually works by the measurement, analysis, and improvement. The improvement is required at each and every stage. This is the part and parcel process of the any quality management system. So what are the benefits of maintaining the quality management system? What is the requirement of the quality management system? See, implementation of a quality management system affect each and every aspect of the organization. So there are different benefits of having a solid quality management system. It will not only help in meeting the customer requirement and needs, also it will meet the organization requirements. Both of them are actually interrelated to each other. If you want to satisfy the consumers requirements, consumer needs, that can only be accomplished when the whole organization is working at the backbone. Each and every department is working in 100% way, everything is documented, every process is being qualified, every decision has to be taken into consideration. And since each and every department are interrelated to each other, every process has to be defined. So there are many benefits of quality management system. The Indian companies later on realized that to compete with the Western organizations, to compete with the world, and to meet the global standards, they need to have a best quality management system that will not only help in achieving the customer requirements and raising their business, but also improve their image, their identity at the global level. Now, apart from that, quality management system also helps in defining, improving, and controlling various processes. It helps in reducing the waste. It actually helps in preventing the mistakes. It also at times helps out in lowering the cost of production. It also facilitates and identifies training opportunities and engaging the staff, and also setting organization directions. Also, it helps in communicating a readiness to produce the consistent results. For any organization to achieve the desired goal, the organization can only work if they produce the consistent result. This consistency is actually derived if you have a very well established quality management system. Now Now let us also try to understand the different elements and requirements of a quality management system. Each element of a quality management system helps in achieving the overall goal, that is meeting the customers and organization requirement. To achieving that, the organization should have a quality policy and quality objectives. As mentioned earlier, each organization should have a vision where they want to see themselves after 20 years or after 10 years. What is the mission of the organization? They should have a quality policy. The quality policy, what sort of the image they want to create in the market. The quality policy has to be very clear. The objectives have to be set up very well so that the employees remain motivated and they work in that direction in achieving the goal. Apart from that, the procedures, the instructions, the records, the documentation, the data management system, the internal processes system, the customer satisfaction from the product quality, the improvement analysis and quality analysis have to be taken care of. So after establishing the vision, mission, the quality policies, the quality objectives, each and every department has to work out in a way of establishing the defined procedures, the defined instructions and a very well developed documentation plan that will also form a part of the data management plan. Apart from that, each and every system has to be developed and worked upon so that you are able to achieve the consistent results. You are able to have the 100% and people remain motivated to work in that direction. So these are basically the elements of a quality management system. One has to be very much customer focused. The organization should consistently work in the direction of achieving the customers' needs and expectations. Apart from that, leadership is very much required, engagement of the people. It should not happen that few departments are working very hard to achieve the goal and few departments are not working. The workflow has to be divided enough. The workflow has to be consistent and it should not be overlapped. Every process, every system has to be defined. It should have a process approach. Apart from that, there should be the urge to improve upon the weakness part. Apart from that, you should also work upon the evidence-based decision making. See, decisions are being taken. They may go into the right direction or wrong direction. So, if the decision is taken in the right direction, definitely company is going to achieve the goal. But somehow, somewhere, somewhat, it may happen that decision does not work well. That doesn't mean improvement areas should always be welcome and criticism should always be open. These are the things by which the organization actually grows and rises. Apart from that, relationship management is very important. Establishing the relation not only among the employees, not only among the organization, not only at the different levels, but also at the customer and relationship has to be built up with the trust, with the 100% dedication so that the results are being obtained consistently and the company achieves the desired vision. Now, to establish and implement a solid quality management system, it has to be work based on the PDCA cycle. Now, what is this PDCA cycle? PDCA cycle basically refers to plan, do, check, and act cycle. So, one has to first start with the plan, then perform, then check what you have performed, and act accordingly. So if the decision goes right, you have to work in that direction. If it doesn't go with your expectations, you need to change out the plan and the cycle will be repeated again. So the basic flow has to be devised in such a way employing these measures. First is the designing part, then building that part, deployment, then controlling that part and measuring and reviewing and improving that part. So if any organization works on the principle of the PDCA, definitely a solid quality management system can be developed which will actually help the organization to excel and rise. So the basic elements of designing and building have to be focused very well. The design and the build portion actually serves to develop the structure of a quality management system, its processes and plans for the implementation. Apart from that, deployment, which comes actually after the design and build part, deployment is the best served in a granular fashion by breaking each process down into sub-processes and educating the staff on documentation, education, training tools and metrics. So basically what happens is that control and measurements are the two areas of establishing a quality management system that are largely accomplished through routine systematic audits. Now, when we talk about the quality management system, audits are very important. Audits not only help us in identifying the weakness part, also lays down the stress on which part should be focused more and to achieve the company's objectives. And apart from that, review and the improvement area should always be welcome. Review only helps us in achieving and developing a strong quality management system. Now, what was the industrial influence on quality and standardization? When we talk about the previous history, Indian companies suffered a lot due to the lack of these quality and standardization processes. So later on it was defined and it was realized that if we follow the basic principles of standardization, basic principles of quality, we can help the industries to grow and excel at the global level. For that, there is a strong need for the development of a strong system. Otherwise, the company will not be able to achieve the desired objectives. If all the people are not coordinated enough, people should understand the value of these standardization, the development of quality into their product. So various approaches like Six Sigma methods were utilized and understood at the industrial level, which helped the Indian industries to grow at the global level. Now, the rise of the quality management system did not happen in a single day. This rise gradually happened when, after the various revolutions, in response to, for example, in response to the American response to the quality revolution in Japan, the concept of total quality management was developed. Now, again, this was based on the statistics, which actually helped the organizations to grow. So, in the late 20th century, independent organizations began producing standards to assist in the creation and implementation of the quality management system. So, the concept of total quality management system helped the organization in the development of the multitude of unique systems which can be applied and were preferred. So at the start of the 20th century, quality management system was already established and it merged with the idea of sustainability and transparency as these themes become increasingly important to consumer satisfaction. So then came the concept of ISO and audit regime, which deals with both the quality as well as the sustainability and their integrations into organization. Now, the various certification standards, the various certification processes were developed which evaluated the organization based on their standard system and rated them. So the findings of these certifications, it was being assumed that the organizations having these certifications, for example ISO, for example NABL, for example GLP, it actually helped and in establishing the fact that the organization is actually following the standard principles of quality management system. So if all the systems are in place and if all the systems are being followed, the certifications were granted to only those institutions following these principles. If they were not following these systems, it was simply assumed that they are not working on the principles of quality management system and they were refused to be granted with the certifications. So these certifications actually added value to the organizations. And organizations also tried their level best to achieve these certifications. For example, ISO, the International Organization for Standardization. This is the organization which grants the certifications to various organizations based on different types and different, for example, ISO 9000 series, ISO 14000 series based on their environmental standards or like based on the quality management system. So these international standards actually have some specific requirements and management system, which if any organization is following and adopting, they will be granted the certification, and the organization which fails to achieve these management standards are denied with the certification. So it gradually offered the organization to work upon their improvement areas to actually elevate the system of the quality, and not only it actually helped in satisfying the customer but also raising the image of that company. So then came the concept of the quality. When you have the quality management system, it is being assumed that the quality will automatically built into your product. So quality, what is quality? Quality is basically the totality of all the features and characteristics of a product that actually bears in mind to satisfy the stated or implied needs. Any consumer having any need or any expectation, if it is being fulfilled by your product, that means you are having the quality. If it fails to satisfy the consumer needs, it in totality, in every respect, that means the product is not in compliance with the consumer requirements. So to build the quality, there are different perspectives. If you see from the user based, it is actually the beauty lies in the eyes of the beholder. So like if the consumer is satisfied, everything is fine. On the basis of the manufacturer, it has to be the right the first time. You before reaching to the consumer hat, the product has to be perfect. From the product based, actual precise measurements needs to be done. Nothing cannot be vague. You have to be very perfect in the utilization of the product. Now there are two important things which matters to any organization. First is the development of the quality at the at the at a specific cost. If the cost is exceeding too much to raise the quality, definitely the organization will not be going into the profitable business. So there has to be a measurement, there has to be balance of both quality and the cost. So organization have to work in different directions, have to take different decisions when it talks about the quality. To incorporate the quality, they need to have different performances, different aesthetic evaluations, different safety assessments, different reliability techniques, durability assessments, and perceived quality image assessment and service after the sales. It is not like if the product has reached to the consumer, the company's task is over. No, the company these days are actually able to provide the after sale service also, so that they want that the consumer should consistently purchase the product, and the companies should be able to actually satisfy and make the customer for a prolonged period of the time. So the importance of the quality is very much. Quality is the critical part for any organization, and each organization these days works very hard to work and improve their quality so that they remain the market leaders. They are able to fulfill the company's vision and mission. They are able to satisfy their people. They are ready to take up the challenges. They are ready to work on their weakness areas. They want to build the superior quality of the product at lower cost. They always want to keep their employees motivated. They want to raise the market shares and build the company image, and also have that international competitiveness at the global level, so that the revenues generated may help the organization to grow further, to rise further, and also to expand in different areas. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you do like my video, please do like, share, and subscribe to my channel Pharmacypedia for getting further updates. Thank you so much.